Wow, what a journey it has been. If you've been following along with me, we've been going through the 52 weeks worth of strategies to write, publish, and sell your book in a year in 52 weeks. We are officially wrapping up the 2025 series, and this is the conclusion video that I always make to give you all extra activities, optional movements to further your writing career further. Because at this point in the year, we may be feeling like we haven't done enough, or we're wondering how we can keep this momentum going. So you started the year with a dream and you've made it reality. I am so proud of you. How does it feel? Please do let me know. The kinds of questions that are circling in your mind right now will likely never go away. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but the best advice that I can offer you is that you're not alone. We all get hit with imposter syndrome. We all get those doubts. We all get those worries at some point in our lives at multiple times throughout the year, multiple times a month, multiple times a week. And thankfully, there are thousands of resources and support structures available to you as you continue on this path. So as you wait for your physical proofs to arrive and the official publication date to launch, this is a list of optional activities that will boost your writing career even further. So number one, we're going to talk about paid reviews. This is a very controversial topic these days because there's a good way to use paid reviews and there's a bad way to use paid reviews. So I kind of want to talk about the FTC ruling that happened. I think it was either earlier this year or last year. They officially ruled that businesses cannot pay for only positive reviews or only negative reviews. Basically, the person or the company that's paying for reviews cannot determine the quality of the review that they receive in exchange for the payment that they're making to the reviewer. So we can't guarantee that if we do pay for a review, they're all going to be positive, or we can't pay for reviews that are like automatically going to be negative either. So when you're doing paid reviews, make sure that you're going with very professional platforms. Make sure that you get references of the people who have gone through those platforms before. And paid reviews are kind of a standard in the publishing industry. Kirkus reviews are paid. Publisher Weekly reviews are paid. There's a lot of different reputable paid review options out there. You will, without a doubt, be receiving a ton of queries from individuals, businesses, and organizations who will all offer you book reviews in exchange for money. You will get Instagram DMs, you will get LinkedIn DMs, you will get emails, you will get TikTok DMs. There will be a ton of individuals who will be reaching out to you to get paid to review your book. I receive a few of these pitches every single week in my emails and my DMs. The key is to determine, number one, who is reputable, number two, who is affordable, and three, who is aligned with your branding. You do not want to pay for a review from someone who has a completely different audience than you intend for your books. In this vein, I recommend checking out 4 specific platforms for paid reviews. Number 1, Book Life, 2, Kirkus, 3, Book List, and 4, Library Journal. I've only personally signed up for the Book Life reviews so far, so I can't offer any real anecdotes as to what it's like to work with the other 3, but they have been highly recommended to me by vetted professionals. They are used time and time again by professional publishers, so they're pretty much a safe bet when you're looking for paid reviews. Through Book Life in particular, you will have a variety of options at your disposal. Number 1 is a free Publisher Weekly review. This is a selection process. They may or may not select your book to review. It's a freebie. You may as well apply for it anyway. 2 is a paid Book Life review, usually around $399. This is the one that I usually do for myself whenever I have a book launch. 3 is a paid Publishers Weekly Select review for $149. 4 is a paid book fair display, and that's usually between $297 to $399. And 5 is a paid Book Life prize contest. That's $99. So far, I've signed up for the free Publishers Weekly review. I do that every time, as well as the paid Publishers Weekly Select review. My books have never been selected for the free reviews, but the paid review was very successful for me. It is one of the reasons why my book was ranked at number 81 out of all Ingram fiction, fantasy, romance titles 15 days after it launched, and sold in 6 different countries within 3 months of launch. That select review is very, very valuable. Kirkus offers traditional reviews at $450, expanded reviews at $599, as well as picture book reviews at $399. Booklist receives about 60,000 review submissions per year and employs a very strict selection process. On the other hand, library journal reviews are also selection-based, but they ask that they receive copies of the books 6 months prior to the publication of the books that are of national interest. So there are very specific criteria, but if you fall under that criteria, if you're willing to meet that criteria, go for it. The point is to look at the fine print, no matter what kind of review service you're considering. Ask for audience demographics and professional references. It is always worth a quick online search to see if there are any previous customer reviews for that particular individual, business, or organization. And make sure to look through the first 3 pages of the search engine results that you receive. Often companies will buy blogs and PR shout outs from other third parties to populate those search engine results on the first page or so. If you notice that a certain company has the exact same blogs showing up on multiple blog platforms with the exact same language, the exact same verbiage, the exact same message, it is likely that that company paid a dozen bloggers to post that specific blog to their website. And that is not a vetted review. That is a paid review. So do a little critical thinking here. Do your due diligence. Do some research. Look into the second page, the third page, the fourth page of the search engine results when you're looking up these individuals and these businesses and these companies. Just make sure that you are doing what you need to do to make sure that you don't get screwed over. Number 2, we're talking about launch parties. Most authors plan and host some sort of launch party to celebrate the official publication of their book. This can be done in someone's home, a business space, a community building, a library, a bookstore. I did it on Zoom this year. The aim is to gather all of your cheerleaders and supporters together to celebrate you and your book. These are highly successful. I highly recommend doing it. These events can also include book signings, readings, raffles, performances, meals, press releases, photo opportunities, all kinds of stuff. Make sure that the events that you include, the activities that you include, are aligned with the book, aligned with the brand, aligned with the vibe. Again, if you're releasing a horror book, for example, you'd maybe want to launch a release party, host a launch party, man, in a haunted house, or maybe at Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios. If you're releasing a book on the migration patterns of salmon in the Pacific Northwest, maybe you'd want to do something at the Ballard Locks in Seattle where these fish pass through to Elliott Bay. Make sure the theme is aligned. Do not be afraid to get creative with it and let your freak flag fly. Number 3, we're talking about group promotions. Maybe many authors collaborate with others in order to take advantage of complementary audience spaces. Align the vibe, guys. You can do this on your own, or you can use pre-established platforms to do this. For example, there is a site called BookFunnel that offers group promotions where you can sign up to join a list of other books that fall under the host's selected criteria. There are hundreds of group promotions available, or you can create your own. So far, I've tried things like Spicy, sexy, steamy romance group promos. I've done fantasy romance is in the air promos. I've done hashtag love is love Valentine's Day specials. I've done featured fantasy and sci-fi promos. Make sure the vibe is aligned. And then finally, we're talking about local bookstores. So many bookstores use the Ingram Spark catalog for their wholesale orders. So make sure that you reach out to any in your area to let them know that as a new local author, your books are readily available to them. There are millions of titles in the Ingram catalog. So how are they going to know that yours is in there as well unless you tell them? The same goes for libraries. Many want to feature local authors, especially if your book is specific to that area. So this is an excellent opportunity to create relationships with industry decision makers. Whether you go in person, introduce yourself, or send them a message online, I highly recommend that you initiate conversations with them. Ask how you can best support them. They are an audience base that you want to give to generously. Maybe they are looking for folks to host lectures, readings, or panels. Maybe they have collaboration programs for writers and authors. Maybe they host book clubs and discussion groups. As long as you focus on continually putting the word out there and investing in genuine connections, your book is going to sell. Just keep talking about it. Just keep talking to people. Just this morning, or when I wrote this, one morning long ago, I was contacted by someone that I met once at a friend's wedding back in 2016. We had not spoken since that event. We had become Facebook friends, but we had not really spoken since then. Turns out she had seen the posts that I was making about my book that I was launching back in 2022. And without commenting on any of those posts or even letting me know that she was watching any of those posts, she purchased it. She only sent me a message after she had read through 70% of the book and found herself so engaged with it that she wanted to know when the next book would be available. That is the power of consistency. You may feel like you're screaming into the void sometimes, but there are people watching you. You never know who your message is going to reach. I have been so honored to join you in this journey, and I cannot wait to see how your success unfolds. Please do not hesitate to reach out to me with any questions at any time. I am always here for you. I just want to point people in the right direction. I just want to support people where they're at. Whatever that may look like for you, I'm happy to help. Take care and best of luck.